decontamination.
You have a great day now.
Can I help you?
It's good to meet you, Mage. We rarely come across survivors as strong and capable as you. I can get you decontaminated on your way out of here. You've been down here in they said it earlier. Gomnarian for a long time, Jancelli, and it's amazing that you survived and kept your wits so long. We need to get you out. Before we can send you to the surface to join the rest of the gnomes, you'll have to go through the decontamination process. Just head into the next room and board the Sanitron 500. It will do the rest. It shouldn't even hurt much. When you're all done, check into with Technician Braggle, and he'll make sure you get some suitable gear.
Be seeing you.
Oh, speaking of the Forsaken. Oh, jeez.
Hey.
There, now you're fit to head off to the surface and start your new life. The High Tinkerer will be delighted to hear of your arrival. Nevin has just sent word that he and his men are making their way to the surface. He'll be waiting for you in the building that Safe has established as its headquarters. See Torben Zapblast over there. Talk to him when you're ready to head to the surface, and he'll arrange to have you transported up there. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Jancelli, and I'm honored to have played a small role in helping you escape from Gomnarian and to start your life on the surface.
Seeing you.
Good day to you.
Send me to the surface, Torben.
Can I help you?
It's good to see you again, Jancelli. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to get many survivors out of Nomarian in time. Everyone is going to be thrilled to meet you and hear your story.
Daylight's burning. Interesting.
It's a victory for us every time we're able to help another survivor escape the contaminated halls of Gomarian. Mages like you will play an important part in the future of Gomarian. To that end, our leader, High Tinkerer Maliskark, has assembled a team of trainers to help you learn your arts. Bipsy Frostflinger will help oversee your training and adjustment to life on the surface. She's waiting for you on the outside of the tall building to the northeast.
Right.
You're a tall one.
Jancelli, isn't it? It's a pleasure to finally meet you. While you were getting cleaned up, Nevin's team told me about your escape from Gomarian. I don't know if you remember Metatorque or not. Nevin tells me that memory loss is pretty common for a Gomarian survivor. Metatorque, or more properly, the High Tinkerer Metatorque, is the leader of the gnomes. He has made a habit of meeting with every rescued survivor personally. You should introduce yourself to him. He'll be with his war council beneath the tent in the center of town.
You have a great day now.
Okay, I need to... Now I have an electro staff. That ought to be a lot better than what I currently had. So staffs are ranged weapons that mages carry, so it's not just flinging spells and having to wait that amount of time. Good. That's a good good thing to know.
I just love to tinker.
It's good to meet you, Jancelli. You've probably heard others speaking of Operation Nomarian. Let me tell you about what happened and why we left the dwarven city of Ironforge. The dwarves of Ironforge kindly took us in when the Trog infestation and radiation forced us to leave Gomarian for the first time, but even the kindness of friends can't quell the longing for home. I sent a call to brave gnomes and other members of the Alliance to help us regain control of Gomarian and defeat the usurper Thermoplug once and for all. We weren't able to achieve everything Operation Gomarian set out to do, but Thermoplug is on the run, and we're closer to home than ever.
We assembled a mighty force and defeated Thermoplug's servants, fighting our way into the city. But the usurper Thermoplug had one last trick up his sleeve. It's too quiet. Where are Thermoplug's defense forces?
No! I won't allow you into my kingdom, usurper! I won't allow it! Activate the ultimate atomic protection system! Disintegrate them all!
It's a trap! That's a fully functional irradiator!
Radiator
3000.
activated.
Attention.
Emergency. You now have 10
Minutes.
to reach minimum safe distance.
10 minutes? Plenty of time to disarm the device. Hinkles, hand me that whirring bronze gizmo and some fresh spring water. Cogspin, toss me that dirty trog cloth and a handful of copper bolts.
10 minutes? You left the factory setting on? Give me that controller, you idiot!
Attention. Emergency.
You now have
10
We gotta get out of here!
to reach minimum
Mapforge,
safe
beam us back,
distance.
quickly! Oh, we were forced to retreat. Thermoplug continues to hide behind the radiation, sending his crony Crushcog to harass us here on the surface. Welcome, friend.
Even now, only the safe teams dare to venture far into the city to search for survivors. Meanwhile, Thermoplug has sent one of his followers, Crushcog, to distract us and buy time for him to dig in. We'll need all the weapons, inventions, and soldiers we can get in order to defeat Rezo Crushcog and his followers. Over to the northeast, you'll find Engineer Grindspark, one of the generation of brilliant gnomish minds. Why, he hasn't had an explosion in over 3 prototypes. But enough bragging. Engineer Grindspark is working on a bot that he says will help clean up the toxic airfield. You should introduce yourself to him and see if he needs any help testing it.
Can I help you?
So, Mechatorp himself has heard of my little project? Splendid! I've almost finished my latest prototype, but maybe you can help me chase down those last few parts. Yeah, if you didn't see that one coming. There's just too much to do around here and too few gnomes on their feet to help. The High Tinkerer has asked me to start converting some of our old bots and parts from Operation Nomarian. I hope to have a new line of multibots ready for the field test soon. I don't suppose you'd have some time to help, do you? There's all kinds of parts scattered around. Pick up anything you can find and bring it back to me. You never know what could turn out to be useful.
Off and away. Greetings.
These are fantastic. Let's see what we can put together. Would you be interested in testing out the prototype once I'm done? If the multibot works, it will help us with all kinds of jobs that are unpleasant or dangerous for us gnomes. After Thermoplug detonated his irradiator at the end of Operation Gnomarian, toxic clouds and ooze began bubbling out of the old airfield south of town. If we don't get it under control, the contamination could spread to the rest of our lands. Take the multibot with you and bring it close to the geysers and the green pools at the toxic airfield. Your bot should spring into action.
You have a great day now.
Someone else has something for me before I go. There we are.
Hey.
Most of us have been sickly from the deranged gnomes. Most of us have been sickly, and the deranged gnomes suffering from exposure to the poisons and radiation of Gnomarian. Eventually, they will devolve further until they become mindless, but mostly harmless, puddles of toxic sludge. My research suggests that we may even be able to restore them from this state. Go to the toxic airfield to the south, subdue the toxic sludge I told you about, and bring back the possessions of the gnomes they once were.
Be seeing you.
Okay. There's my other.
Pleased to meet you.
Tox Spryrocket has some crazy theory about toxic sludge being the last remnants of gnomes, so my men have orders not to engage them for now. However, the toxic airfield just south of us is teeming with living contamination. They are elementals composed of containment water and other toxic materials. Left unchecked, they'll overrun the town. Will you help us dispose of them?
Daylight's burning.
training up as a mage is going to be a whole lot slower than training up as a hunter was. Woo! Okay, now I just have to deal with the sludge, and we'll be good. Ooh, I have a fire blast now. Get to see what that baby does. Oh, and it's instant. It's instant. Okay, now we get to have some fun. It's got a cooldown, but so Frostbolt has a charge up and does. See, this is how this is gonna go. I'm gonna have to learn all my spells and how they work and stuff, so. Oh, it's got a 12-second cooldown, but it does 16 damage, so. Figure engage with Firebolt. Or Fire Blast, rather. Then go from there. Okay. Now I need to go back and turn in all my quest. Irradiated roach. That's cute. Irradiated, rather.
Salutations! Be seeing you.
So I now have 6 more slots. And...
Can I help you?
I can't wait to give this new technology a try. We've lost more gnomes to radiation than we can count. It's time to turn that around.
Right.
Let's see if this works. Ah! It worked! Ooh. Oh dear. I'm really gonna enjoy being a gnome, I think.
Hey. Off and away. Interesting.
The cataclysm floor opened deep caves beneath Frostmane hold, and trogs flooded out of their warrens. They succeeded in displacing the trolls who used to live there, and they stand to drive us out if we do not act. High Tinker Metatorque hired the renowned demolitionist Jessup McCree to close the caves and stem the trog advance. We've received no word whether he was able to stop the trogs. Would you look for him at his camp in the Frostmane hold to the south beyond the toxic airfield?
You have a great day now. Pleased to meet you. You have a great day now.
Gonna have to be curious real quick. Nah, it's just a slime. Okay, fair enough. Oh well. Also, I'm really gonna have to turn the heater off in here. It's warmed up the place quicker than I expected. But I am not parking myself in the middle of a bunch of slimes and stuff. That's not happening. Okay, I am now in a camp. Now I can do it. Oh. It's a cold day when I woke up here, so I had the heater on. There you are.
How are ya?
It won't be tough to collapse the tunnel, but I'm going to need my team and my equipment before I can get to the task. Accents. It's going to take a lot of power to collapse those caves. I don't know whether the damnable trogs understood that when they stole me supplies and kidnapped me demolitionist, but the outcome's the same. Ain't gonna be able to blow nothing out until I got that powder back. Go south to Frostmane Hold and kill any of those trogs you find. Any one of them could be carrying me kegs of powder. There, that's the only way I can read that text, is actually just do the freaking accent or something close to it. For a job like this, I normally bring my whole crew of demolitionists. With some help setting up the powder and the chargers and the rest of the gear, the job gets done a lot faster. Those blasted trogs have me men caged all around Frostbane Hold. Now I'm here and without the personnel needed to finish the job. You look like a capable mage, though. Would you find the demolitionist the trogs captured and break them out of their cages?
See you soon.
Oh dear, here we go. I do not have any potions or anything to deal with this. Yeah. First death was bound to happen eventually.
something first.
Hi.
My team has finished setting up the powder kegs and the detonator at the bottom of the cave at the western part of Frostmane Hold. All you need to do is venture down there and activate the detonator and explode the powder and collapse those tunnels. That'll stop the flow of trogs from the deep parts of the earth. Sorry, breakfast is coming back to me. Metatorque will have an easier time dealing with the remaining trogs if you take out their leader, who calls himself Boss Brugger. Good luck, Janselli.
Off with you.
Okay, thankfully I appear to be gaining damage in my spells as I level up too. That's a good thing to know. Dang it. Oh god, another one. Dang it. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I have to be back in that area to detonate the thing anyway, so... I think at some point may just get some sort of companion that'll make things a bit easier. The thing about hunters is that they started with a companion, so I immediately had that spider to help me out, but... to fight my way out of this, though. Oh, God. I've made a terrible mistake. Apparently the detonator is in that room where you have to kill the boss. That's lovely. Got to teleport back that way.
You got my attention.
Well, it's time to start packing up and moving on to the next job. There's always something else to blow up here. Somewhere there's a mountain needs a moving and a gorge that needs carving, and I'll be there to do it. I don't suppose you'd do one more favor? Would you take this report back to High Tinkerer Megatork in New Tinkertown? He needs to know that the Trogs won't be bothering his people anytime soon.
Watch your back.
Thank God I don't have to do that again.
Why, hello there. How can I help you?
Splendid news. With the Trogs taken care of, we should be able to turn our attention to Crush Cog's troublemaking. Our old enemy, Thermoplug, is doing his best to keep us from rebuilding and finishing our reclamation of Gnomering. I know I butchered that one. He sent one of his most loyal henchmen, Rezo Crushcog, and a force of irradiated gnomes to harry us. They've taken over the old arsenal road to the north, and Crushcog's technicians are repairing those weapons. We have to stop them before they're able to get those mecho tanks back online. Go to Crushcog's arsenal and eliminate as many of the technicians as you can. There's another quest.
Greetings.
We've lost more than a couple of scouts trying to find out what exactly Rezo Crushcog plans to do with all those mecha tanks and his irradiated technicians are repairing. We can't afford to take it slowly anymore. We must act before Crushcog turns his followers and weapons on us. This techno grenade packs enough explosive powder to destroy the mecho tanks and deny Crushcog their use. Take it north with you along the road to Crushcog's arsenal and take out those tanks.
Off and away.
I have no other quest. Oh dear. Catch me while I'm taking a drink of water, why don't you little? There we go.
Can I help you? Alrighty then. Pleased to meet you. Daylight's burning.
Necessity is the first cousin of invention.
Ooh, Frost Nova. 12 hours. Frost damage and freezes them in place for 8 seconds. Damage may interrupt the freeze effect. May, not will, may. Okay, that's something to keep in mind.
Salutations.
While High Tinkerer Metatorque, his military advisors, and I finalized the plans for the attack on Rejo Crushcog, I've sent my assistant ahead to Bernali Village to begin preparations. To get to Brynwall Village, follow the road southeast out of town. Once you arrive, find Jarvil's Shadow Step and see if he needs any help. Our dwarven cousins have dispatched a cadre of mountaineers from Ironforge to join us in the fight against Crushcog.
Seeing you.
I mean, I feel like there were a couple of other quests before I picked up that little piece of information, but okay. Time to leave the tutorial city and head on out. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Salutations!
We have reliable intelligence that Rezo Crushcog has taken up a defense position on the island in the middle of frozen iceflow lake. To make matters worse, he's surrounded himself with a network of sentry bots that will detect any possible attackers. If we're to take on Crushcog, we need to take out those sentries. This device launches a dark, sticky paint that will coat the optical sensors of Crushcog's sentry bots. Use it to take out his early warning system.
Right.
It's too far away.
Come on. Come on, little sentry bot. Yeah, fine. I'll find one of the other ones.
I need to get closer.
Hey,
Our cousins, the dwarves at Iron Forge, have agreed to help us with the battle against Rezo Crushcog. Mountaineer Stonegrind is a veteran who knows Dun Morgan well. He and High Tinkerer Metatorque stand ready on a small snow-covered island in Iceflow Lake to the north. Meet up with them there and let the High Tinkerer know when you're ready to face the traitor Crushcog. Take this orbital targeting device and use it during the battle. It will help guide the High Tinkerer's special weapons.
you have a great day now.
Why, hello there. How can I help you?
Crushcog's defeat will send a powerful message to his master, Thermoplug. The gnomes of Gomarion will not be stopped. Let's do this.
Engineer Thermoplug refuses to acknowledge that his defeat is imminent. He has sent Razlo Crushcog to prevent us from rebuilding our beloved Gnomregon. Let's send him crawling back to his master in defeat!
You! How did you escape detection by my sentry bot? No matter. My guns and I will make short work of you. To arms, men!
Mechator Cannon! Mechatork Ray! cannon! Torque beam!
Ah, dang it, really? Lost track of time.
Defeated, Thermoplug is sure to be quaking in his mechanotank, and rightly so. You're next, Thermoplug. You're next!
Salutations!
We're finally free of Razlo Crushcog and his interference. With the defeat of Crushcog and his forces, Thermoplug can't afford to send any more of his followers to the surface. I can't wait for the day when we defeat him for good. Some of the Mountaineer...
Razlo Crushcog is no more! The people of Ironforge and Oregon speak with one voice this day! Hear us well, Thermoplug! The day of your defeat approaches!
Some of the Mountaineers under Stoneguard's command were telling me about the situation out at Kratnos when the Trogs took over Frostmain. Hold. It sounds like the surviving trolls fled westward deep into the heart of the Dwarven homeland. Now they threaten the Dwarven town of Karanos. It sounds like they're going to need all the help they can get. You should go to Karanos and introduce yourself to Captain Theron. Just follow the road east of Brennall and keep going until you see the town. Haha! Snowballs! no. Press the wrong thing. How long is the cooldown for? 30-second for that one. Okay.
What can I do for you?
I was supposed to be bringing these casks of ale to the inn in Karanos. They contain a mysterious new ale produced by an upstart brewery based in Brynwall Village. As I was leaving town, I was attacked by a frostmane troll raiding the party. It's going to take me days to repair the wagon. I don't suppose you'd be willing to do me a favor, will you? These big kegs aren't going anywhere, but I have some smaller sample casks. Would you bring them to Karanos for me? Just follow the road to the southeast.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I needed a snow cup. Okay, this is where they blacksmith. The Cataclysm has thrown the balance between power in Dun Morgo into question, Jancelli. Without warning, a wave of trogs emerged from the caves near Gamarian and overran the Frostmane trolls. The trolls have been migrating east ever since. There's always been a Frostmane presence up on Shimmer Ridge to the northwest, but with the migration, the trolls now surround us. We can't allow the trolls to use this position to their advantage, while my men hold in the east, strike against Shimmer Ridge.
Well met.
Nothing my tavern patrons enjoy more than some beer-basted boar ribs. Only problem is the local trapper who used to bring me the supplies enlisted in the King's army to help with the war on the Alliance front. Maybe you can help me out. If you bring me some boar ribs and a Rhapsody malt from the tavern here, I'll give you the family recipe for the famous beer-basted boar ribs, not to mention a free sample. The secret's in the malt.
Be good.
Okay, it's griffins that we're going to be flying around with now.
interest you in a pint?
I'm on a quest to make the perfect stout. I know I can do it. Brewing's in my blood. I just need to land the right recipe. The Frostmane trolls grow a plant, shimmerweed, up on this shimmer ridge to the northwest. They use it in their strange tribal rituals. We haven't found much use for it, but it has a unique taste, and I want to experiment with it in my brews. Obtaining the shimmer weed will be dangerous, but I'll pay well for any you can borrow from the baskets in the troll village.
Watch your back.
What's on your mind? Safe travels.
What's on your mind?
Oh, choose a reward. Okay.
Keep your feet on the ground. No. See you soon. Well met. Safe travels.
I've the finest wares in the land. Off with you. What can I do for you? Great to meet you. You got my attention.
I see a lot of young dwarves at my door, eager to learn the trade of cooking, and if there's one thing a cook needs more than anything, it's a cleaver. I have a list of students who scored high in their lessons and earned their honorary cleaver. Take my list to Gurrenair Baldstor in Ironforge. He'll get the cleavers ready. The fastest way to Ironforge is on a griffin, so bring the list to our griffin master, Burlian Galebeard, and speak to him about transport to Ironforge.
Safe travels. What can I do for you? See you soon.
Why not? Since it's there, I'll learn how to cook. I haven't actually given my other one a...
What can I get for you today? Watch your back.
Manage trainer, innkeeper. Oh, neat. Quest board.
Off with you.
I'll have to fill that in later. Oh, good. Another gnome just walked by, so we're not completely alone. Frostmane Seer and Frostmane Snow Striders. I've done something stupid. I suspect you go through there the other way around in order to get in there. Okay, yeah, go up that way and around, and that's how you get to it, I think. That's what it seems like, anyway.
What's on your mind? See you soon.
Okay. Yep, that's how you get up there. Not gonna work, is it? Okay, yeah, it's gonna have to be some wild ones. Oh well, I tried. Anyway. Shoot, two of them. I'm totally dead. Yeah. Oh. It's the problem as a mage right now. If I so much as go anywhere close. I don't even know where. Okay, this way. I'm curious. I might not be cut out for maging. Then again, it may be. I give everything till level 10 before I make a decision like that. I think I may not be strategizing properly because I'm having to readjust all this. Because a hunter can just go in, face. In my case, my bear can tear their face off while I'm trying to do stuff. So... just do that. Oh, well, I'll be danged. I took care of that.
Be good. Hello. Safe travels. How are you? Keep your feet on the ground. I have the finest wires in the land.
There we are.
Be good.
Come here, wild boar. Come here. Don't be pig-headed. Come out and play. It's a that was horrible, and I apologize for nothing. There we are. There's one. Oh no! Oh, that was adorable. The Wendigos in the grizzled den to the southwest of town have long been a thorn in our side. They're never quite strong enough to threaten Calaros directly, yet they prey on its travelers, mountaineer patrols, and supply convoys. I'm going to be withdrawing my observers from the grizzled den because I need them on the troll front. Would you help my men finish culling the Wendigo population? Without strength of numbers, they won't be able to attack us. The cataclysm drove the Trogs to the surface in hordes, forcing the Frostmane trolls to flee for their lives. Unfortunately, they've decided to settle right on our doorstep and make trouble for us. I deployed Mountaineer Dunstan and his squad to the grizzled den just southwest of town to keep an eye on the Wendigos that live there, but now I need to recall them to Calaros. Find them and tell them to deploy those remote observant bots the gnomes provided and return to Calaros.
Welcome.
With the Frostmanes making trouble to the east, and the Wendigos have sensed our weakness and grown bolder in their raids. Only one of the 4 most recent supply wagons has made it here safely. The Wendigos made off with the rest, stashing it in the Grizzled Den, a cave southwest of town. If you're willing to go down there and recover the stolen supplies, we would have the gratitude of all the townspeople and the mountaineers defending Karanos.
Safe travels.
Yeah, let's turn in these quests here.
What can I do for you?
The malt is brewed, the boars are dead, and before all is gone, we will have to fight for the first dibs on these savory beer-basted boar ribs. There we go.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I can't use that.
Not yet, anyway.
I can't use that yet.
I'm a level 5 offhand shield.
How are ya? Off with you. What's on your mind? Watch your back.
Oh, okay. Not what I thought. I'll have to look into cooking later. I'm sure there's a thing I can read that'll tell me how to exactly do it.
What's on your mind? Be good.
Then the only other one is going to... Yeah, okay. The general store guy is in here, I think, if I remember properly. I need to get rid of some of the stuff in my bag, and then I will be ready to go there. Yeah, general supplies, here he is.
How are ya?
Actually, I can't use a shield, can I? I think that's why, because it's item level 5, and I am of the right level, so that... Right. And level 6. Yeah, a gnome, or a mage can't use a shield, I don't think, so that's probably why that's...
See you soon.
But I think I'm going to call it for this one. It's one of the few games I can't just pop out of and then do that with. Anyway, if you want to follow all the other Let's Plays, go to tscn.tv/play. And until next time, play on and see you guys. Oh, and happy Feast of Winter Veil, as it were.